Hello guys, welcome back. This is the final video, the final conclusion to my predictions for NVIDIA and for Etsy. You guys remember that these are the predictions that I have been doing for the past month. Everything is good. I finished NVIDIA with 100% accuracy yet again. How many times have I finished NVIDIA with 100%? I mean, it's quite a lot of times already, and there will be even more. So, you guys know the drill. For those that are new and watching this channel for the first time, I make predictions every month, and I always give the opportunity to people to make their own suggestions and give their own feedback as to what stocks they want me to cover in the next month. So for September, you still have until Monday or Sunday to submit your suggestions in the comment section in every video. And I don't care, it doesn't have to be in this specific video, but you can put in the comments what stock you want me to cover for the next month, or what indicator, or what forex currency pair, whatever. Just put in the comments what you want me to predict, and according to the responses that I get, I will choose either one or two of the community pickings. If not, I will be doing my own stuff and will be predicting my own stocks that I want. But yeah, guys, I always give that opportunity for everyone, for the public to participate. And if they want me to do predictions, I mean, I'm all for it. So you have that notice, and you have, like I said, until Sunday or Monday. So prepare those comments, right? I will be seeing them in the next days. But for this time, guys, I really cannot make this recap since the beginning, because that will make the video very long, and I don't want it to be so. And especially because, I mean, all of this has been covered in real time. I have updated the developments every single week, every single day. You all just need to watch the previous videos, guys. I mean, just don't be lazy and watch the previous videos if you have not done so. Especially watch the first one when I first published the chart, so you can get your head blown off, your mind blown off, I mean. So you can get your mind blown off at how incredibly accurate these predictions are. They are always very accurate, and I always say this, and it's not an exaggeration or something, it's just the facts that no one else has this accuracy. So let's begin the recap on Friday, 23 of August. I think that's a good day. In this day, we have corresponding to a green circle for the 23 or the 24th of August. You can see that we had a powerful, but not really that dramatic in the end, uptrend on that day. So that fulfills the prediction for this day, a green day on the 23 of August. Now the next day is of course not a market day, because 24 is actually Saturday, so it's not really on the market day, but you can see that the preceding day, the closest day to this other circle, which is 25, is this opening on Monday 26. So I told you guys, and I told you every time, that when you have a circle that is not a market day, that means that the preceding or succeeding energy of that day will kind of impact the next day. So that's why many people might think that what's the point or making circles with non-market days, right? So that's really the reason why I do that. That's how I make my predictions. So it's really very simple to understand. Now the next day is 27th of August. You can see that after the correction that we saw on the 26th, on the 27th we saw a major impulse and very powerful. We saw the price jump and finish on a much higher position to the one we started. That happens on 27th of August, just like I predicted right here in this circle, this green circle, which has 27 or 28. Now after this day, the next days are very volatile and very undecided. I mean, they all have a thing in common, that it all starts to make sense and develop and build the basis for the next trends for the final days of the month, which is a red day, a red circle for the last month, the last circle. Everything that has happened so far, we have that any stock that has that pattern tends to be very volatile in the downtrend, especially in the last days. It could be the last couple days, the last 3 days, the last 4 days, but something around in the last week. That's when that power starts to really step in and really develop as I predicted. So after 27, like I was saying, you can see more volatility and the basis of a new trend, which is downtrend, right? So we can reach the correction on the 30th of August. So on the 28th, we saw this volatility. The price has a lot of up and downs, many red candles. Overall, it was a red day because the price ended up in a much lower position than the one we started. So that really occurred on the 20th of August. That was the most volatile day that I was expecting because we have a yellow circle right here, sharing this day with other green circles. So that means that yellow means always volatility or range, and we saw a lot of volatility on that day. I told you before, guys, that this day was going to be critical. Every single day that is circled and shared by other circles is going to be critical because that's usually when major trends, bigger trends tend to develop, and when volatility is really off the charts. Now, the next day is 29th of August. That was a very red day. It's all the way down non-stop until it touches a much lower position. That was corresponding to this green circle. So again, we saw the impulse on the 27th, and we didn't see an impulse on the 28th because it was so volatile, exactly like I predicted. So we really missed the impulse on the 29th. There was no impulse on the 29th. It could only happen in one of these 2 days, and if it doesn't happen in one or the other, it's because another trend, another energy already engulfed that prediction. In this case, was the yellow one on the 28th. And finally, for today, we have the 30th of August, a red day, red circle. You can see that the price closes on a lower position than when we started. Maybe not that low, kind of a yellowish day, but these last days, 29 and 30, were very, very red days. We ended up on the final week basically this last week was a red week. Very downtrend, clearly downtrending position for this week. And that's basically how we finish NVIDIA. As you can see, is 100% accurate. Every single circle, every single prediction, and especially I told you guys that always watch out for when you have a red circle in the last month. That's always a very ominous warning because it could mean that the stock will go basically nuts. I hope that the next days, the first days of August, will not be that bad for NVIDIA as they were for the last time in July. But that's what we saw with NVIDIA today. Overall, it was a green month. We recovered, but maybe not that much as many would like. Anyways, that's what we got for NVIDIA. And now let's check out Etsy. Now remember that Etsy was a special request made by a client, so I fulfilled the request, and I told him in the very beginning, even before I published the chart, because I shared that information to him privately first, and I told him that overall Etsy was going to suffer. Etsy was going to be a downtrend stock, as it has been for the last consecutive 2 or 3 years, something like that. And I was correct, guys. I was 100% correct. You can see that this is where Etsy begins. This is where it ends for this month. Completely red month, completely downtrend, general downtrend, extremely powerful, extremely evident. Very boring stock, very boring days. Most of them were ranges. The downtrends were way more pronounced than the uptrends. In fact, when you have a downtrend, a month with a general downtrend, or a stock that has been downtrending for quite a while, what you tend to see and what I have been actually noticing is that the impulses or the green circles are very, very small, or they are maybe many cases they are actually not even present. They're actually ignored, or something happens to them that they are just not there, or if they are not in the way that one will expect from an impulse. That's exactly what happens on red, like I said, general downtrends with stocks and months. That's what we got for NVIDIA, for Etsy. And let's just see the final recap, right? Let's just do the same we saw with NVIDIA. We'll begin on 23 of August. Now on Etsy, 23 of August was an uptrend. You can see that the price closes on a higher position, but really a lot of range in this day, a lot of range. Say for a couple hours, the entire day was basically a nothing burger. The price didn't even move that much. Now, for the 24th of August, again, that's not a market day. So that could be ignored. That could mean that the red energies were very concentrated on this day, on 23 of August. But that's what we didn't see. We really didn't saw that thing here on this day. Now for the next days, we have this green circle which has 25 or 26, and what we can see is that the 26 is really not that an impulse. It's not really a green day. It's more like yellow. You can see that the price actually drops before it even begins on the next day, which is 27 of August. It was a yellow day by all means, according to how I have been doing and experiencing these yellow days. It's basically right like the book says it should be, like golden rule, yellow day. So that's what we got for 26th of August. And the 27th of August we saw an uptrend. Again, very rangish. Say for a couple hours, the entire day was all of it range. The price just didn't move. It was like frozen. That's what we saw on the 27th of August. And on the 28th, we saw a very small downtrend. The price actually ends on a similar position to the one we started. So actually yellowish, but slightly on the downtrend. That's what we saw on the 28th of August. And 29 and 30 on Etsy right here are yellowish. Means a lot of volatility or range, and that's what we got. We got kind of a volatility, maybe not that much, especially on the last day, 30th of August, but it's basically a yellow day by the book, completely by the book. And 29th of August was slightly more uptrendy, but with a lot of range in between. So the volatility was more present on the last day, and the range was way more clear and evidenced on the 29th. That's what we got for Etsy. Like I was saying, guys, and like I've been saying with Etsy for the last weeks and this last month, it's not really a stock that I recommend investing in. It's very boring to analyze. It doesn't even really make sense to actually invest in a stock like this that is continuously going down and down and down, and the price just keeps losing volume. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This is by all means it's really not that profitable, guys. If you want to make some money, you better find other stocks. That's exactly what I told my client. I don't see the reason why anyone should invest on Etsy. It's not a wise decision. So you better find better stocks, guys. And for my client in particular, I don't really recommend Etsy. At least not when it comes to investing. You can do your print on demand stuff, whatever, your drop shipping, but when it comes to investing on Etsy, it's really not recommendable. But anyways, guys, like I was saying in the beginning, you have the opportunity to pick the next stocks. Just put it in the comments when you want me to cover, and I will be listening to the comments and to the community voice. So do that as well, and also drop a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, right? I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care.